Hello, my name is Alex Sulek, and I am here to tell you why I would like to become a teacher for the East Kenwood Freshman Campus. So I'll go ahead and start with my teaching philosophy. Pretty much, I have two things that I always kind of quote, always talk about. I even have them on posters for my classroom. The first thing says, every choice is an experiment. Right? Because in science, we do a lot of experiments. We talk about the experimental process, and little do students kind of realize that every sort of choice that they make throughout their days is kind of works like an experiment in which they have their hypothesis and they carry out their steps to see if that choice worked or did not work, and then kind of have to go back to the drawing board. And then the other philosophy I like to keep on hand is that it's not a mistake unless you learn from it. So even though if it's the student that might be struggling, if they might not be really kind of getting it right away, as long as they are taking those steps to learn from those mistakes, then they're also taking those steps to succeed and becoming the person that they want to become. And so why I myself eventually chose to become a teacher was mostly because of some of my own teachers that I had in high school, mostly my own biology teacher, my AP biology teacher, and my AP chemistry teacher. So they made science really fun. They made me really look forward to their classes, and so I really want to do that very same thing for my students. And so hopefully, as I would hopefully begin teaching there, I would like to influence those ninth grade students on their first year of high school to really kind of start setting their future paths for themselves. They want to make sure that they start off their high school career very successfully, because then, of course, that way it is not too challenging, not too difficult to continue to be successful, rather than having to start all the way down from the ground up and starting to build up those careers that way. And so essentially some other personal and professional traits that would make me the best candidate for your school is that I've always been a hard worker. I've always been that teacher that you'll see the car first in the parking lot, and then you'll usually see my car last to leave during the day, because if there's work to be done, I always want to make sure that everything's planned. If there are students that need to be seen, that would like to see me, talk to me, get some feedback, I always make sure that my door is open, as I love to have that open door policy. And otherwise, pretty much, I love science. Science has always been fascinating to me, and I always want to make sure that I'm able to pass on that same excitement to my students. And in doing so, instead of just learning about science inside of the classroom, I try to take other sort of crazy science phenomenon that might be outside of the classroom and try to bring it inside to make that even extra interesting, or maybe a bit more influencing for those students. Alright, so I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And again, my name is Alex Sulek, and thank you for this opportunity.